it's okay.
Hey everyone, here I am in Zanzibar and I'm really excited to be interviewing my next guest. Her name is Fatna and she is, of course, amazing. And I'm so excited that you get to meet Fatna and learn about her career and her life story and her journey. So it's so exciting to be in Zanzibar and to have met so many different women, and of course to have you here today and talk about your story and share your journey. So if we start with that very first question, and I love this question because it makes us really self-reflect and really, who is Fatna?
Okay, thank you. Fatna is firstly a confident lady, caring and loving, boldy but not bully, and who like to see good in everything. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about what it's like to be Fatna on a typical day, a normal day.
Actually, being Fatna, I can say that I go with the tune. Yes, I am who I am, and I accept who I am. I go with the flow.
Take me through waking up all the way through the day until you put your head down on the pillow and go to sleep. What's it like to be Fatna on that day?
Yeah, actually, it's a bit exhausting. Yeah, because being a mother, being a lawyer, being a friend to other people, you need to do multitasking. But the good thing is that when you're doing it, I can balance. I can try my level, I can balance. So I should not base in one side and neglect the other side. So it's exhaustive, but I tried.
And how do you disconnect? What are your strategies for going from lawyer by day to mom by night? How do you disconnect to ensure that you get the best of both worlds?
Yeah, as I've said that I'm a lawyer by day and woman by night, actually, I have to save my career, but at the same time, I'm having a daughter who is my responsibility and nobody can do it on my behalf. So when I'm at work, I concentrate with the work, I do what I'm out to do, and I make sure that it's well done. And after that, when I go back home, it's my time to concentrate with my daughter. Yes, I might be exhaustive, but still, she needs me to help her doing her homework, to listen to her feelings. Yeah, it's exhaustive, but being a lawyer shall never be an excuse for me not to be a good mother. And also, taking care of my daughter shall never be a reason for me to be a bad lawyer. So I'm having a principle that excuse is the enemy of excellence.
Wow.
So I take no excuse, I take responsibility.
I love that. Excuse
Is the enemy of excellence.
is the enemy of excellence.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yes.
So if I could take you back in time to when you were a teenager, what were some of the things that you wish you could have told the younger Fatna to prepare her for the life that you have today?
Yeah, if I could go back to that, unfortunately I could not, but if I could love to save the community, because it's the time when I had too much free time to save my hobbies, to sleep, to do whatever the case. The boring part was the homeworks, but the rest was a good thing. So I could advise myself to save the community and prepare the community which I want in the future. Actually, I could not change the whole community, but at least with the few who were around me, I could be the inspiration for the changes.
That's amazing. What types of inspirations do you think you could bring to you, who you are today?
Yeah, the type of inspiration, firstly, I could tell people that they have to believe in themselves. Yes, we need one another, but you are the number one pillar. You need yourself. You're the very first audience of whatever you are doing. So firstly, they could have to believe on themselves. Secondly, the power of association, that they should not be limited only to the group of people or community they belong to. They have to associate with people of different age, different race, and different ethnic, even different historical background. that's when they can learn life into another perspective.
Amazing. If only we could go back in time, hey?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to take you back to your current state right now.
Yes.
And I really, really believe that who we are today is all the pieces of who we were before, all the experiences that we had, all together make up who we are today. The good, the challenging, the exciting, the worrisome. So if I were to ask you, what has been your greatest challenge?
Oh, the challenge which I can say that I ever faced I remember when I was a little girl, if someone asked me, what is my dream? I was like, my dream is to be a judge. It was very plain. But when I get educated, when I was in advanced school, Form 5, Form 6, I was told that being a lawyer is hard for you to be employed. You cannot get employment. So, and it's a very hard career. So sometimes when I graduated my advanced actually I passed with the flying colors, but there comes sometime I was undecided whether should I go for law or not. But I met one friend said that, listen, find what you are good at and do it with passion. So despite the discouragement from the friends and some other people, I chose law anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So would you say that the greatest challenge was overcoming the doubt that others placed into your mind, that they tried to make you feel doubtful?
Yes, and yeah, that was the greatest challenge. And from then, I learned that you should not live your life in other people's way.
And we see this a lot with teenagers today, whether they be female or male. The self-doubt, I believe it kills confidence. This voice that tells us, well, what if you don't succeed? How did you overcome the self-doubt? Even though people were telling you, maybe being a lawyer, you'll never get employed. How did you overcome it? What was it that you told yourself or made yourself believe that got you through the hurdle?
Yeah, as on my side, is that I like to see good in everything. So I sat myself and I was like, okay, sometimes someone can be a medical, but he still cannot get employed. Also, being a lawyer, yes, I may be employed, and if I'm not employed, I can employ myself. So what if I go and study law and I become a self-employed?
Wow.
What if? Then that's how I started to grow. So I concentrated on my own passion.
Amazing.
I listened to my inner voice because I knew that yes, I could choose, maybe I want to be a teacher because I can get employment easily, or I want to be any career. But it was like, okay, being a lawyer is my passion. So why should I go into other career which I'm not interested in simply because I'm assured of employment? Okay, I'll be a lawyer. If I fail to be employed, I will employ myself and I'll generate employment for the other people.
Amazing. Amazing. Who was your female role model growing up?
My mother.
Why?
Oh, because she was not employed. She was a housewife, but she took good care of us. Actually, it's the father who was providing, but she was the one who was monitoring us. And she could teach us how to live in almost every life sphere. If you're broke, how can you live? If you have too much, how can you live? And the best thing is that she taught me to save for the rain days because nobody knows tomorrow. And that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Powerful, very, very powerful. Fatna, how can we support you on this strong journey? Strong isn't just about creating young females with strong female role models. It's also about supporting women of all age groups and helping them on their journey. So how can we support you on your strong journey, your life?
The kind of support which you could give me, I would really appreciate if you could feed me with much more ideas on how I can generate employment to the women and young people, because that's my very big passion.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear you say that. And whatever you think that we can provide you with, I want you to reach out and let us know, because that's what this is all about. Creating a community, supporting each other, building each other, cheerleading each other, and taking each other through that journey wherever we are in the world. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you have some wonderful ideas that you can offer Fatna here in Zanzibar on how she can become even more successful as a self-employed female lawyer. And I believe that we shouldn't just think about what you have within Zanzibar. It's really looking at how can the world be my oyster. So if you're watching this wherever you are in the world, give us a shout out. You can directly message me, and I'm sure that Fatna would love to hear some of your great ideas. Fatna, just before we say goodbye, what would you like to tell any of our audience members watching this? They could be anywhere in the world. What is your one piece of advice, one suggestion that you think this really served me in my life? And if you were out there and you were feeling maybe a little bit weak, uncertain, doubtful, if you're a young teenager really thinking about the ideas for the future, what is that one piece of advice that you know, if you do this or if you remember this, this could support you?
Yeah, the piece of advice which I'd like to give people all over the world is that no situation is permanent. No situation is permanent. If you are in a good situation, try as good as you can to make it best, because it's never permanent. So try to get the best from it. And if you're going through the hard situation, don't feel so down, don't feel so lonely. Know that it's just a temporary situation.
So fantastic.
Yeah, and other thing is this, don't have a competitor. Concentrate in beating your own records every day. Try to be the best you have been yesterday.
That's really important to remember. Sometimes I think young girls and women, we seem to think that there's a competition with everybody else out there, but there really is no competition. It's really about being the best version of ourselves today and waking up tomorrow and saying, well, what can I do today that is going to make me my best version of myself?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Fatna. I hope that you were able to find some motivation and inspiration in this interview, and I only wish you could feel the brilliance, the vibe that Fatna is giving off, the energy. I felt it the other day, and I'm saying this wholeheartedly. Strong is taking us on journeys all over the world, and I'm so happy to be in Zanzibar and having met you, Fatna. So keep watching Strong, keep asking us for more suggestions, keep nominating women. And Fatna, if you know a strong woman that you believe we should be interviewing, please reach out to us and let us know. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, we'll find our way to you so that we can interview you. Thank you for watching.
Take my hand, just know